Hey, this is Chris from GuitArmy. In today's daily guitar tip, we're going to talk about how to use a metronome to practice slides, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. The idea for this daily guitar tip came from someone on YouTube. I'll put the person right here, give them a little shout out. They said they had searched YouTube and they couldn't find any videos telling you how to use a metronome to practice slides, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. So that's where I came up with this idea. If you yourself have an idea or a tip, something you'd like to see me talk about, a quick little lesson, then make sure you leave a comment down below. All right, first let's take a look at how you might go about practicing slides on your guitar using a metronome. All right, so I'm gonna do something here on the second string in E minor. So I'm gonna set my metronome to 100. You can do this at whatever speed you want. I'm just choosing 100 because it's kind of a mid-tempo. All right, so, and I have it set in 4/4. I also have it set to tick on the quarter notes as well. So the first thing you could start to do, really what you could do is, if you want to be a little kind of methodical about it, you could do like half notes, whole notes. I'm just going to start with quarter notes to get started. And this is how I would go about it. I mean, that seems kind of obvious, but I'm not sure how else you would practice slides. So I wouldn't just use that just with my first finger. I would try different fingers. I'll try it, now I'm going to do my second finger. And what you're going to notice is when you're practicing sliding, after so many notes, it's going to die out. So I think it's okay to go ahead and pick again just so you can hear it. Because you don't want to be sliding around if it's like, and you can't even really hear it. Feel free to pick as much as you want. You could even pick with every slide. I think that's a little weird. But every couple slides I would probably pick. All right, so that's what I would do. I would start with quarter notes. Now let's do eighth notes. And of course, like I'm just doing this on the second string. You can pick any key and do it and practice these sliding things with the metronome. You can do it on any string. So that's probably what I would suggest. Don't just do this on one string like I'm doing it. Go ahead and do it on every string. Pick a scale. Say, hey, I'm going to do E minor today. I'm going to practice my slides and do that across all 6 strings. And if you want to speed it up a little, you can try triplets. What I did is I took the tempo down to 77, and I'm using the guitar app for Ultimate Guitar. They have a metronome in there. By the way, my guitar courses are on Ultimate Guitar as well. So if you want to take those over there, that'd be awesome. That would help me. All right, so what I decided to do is slow it down a little to do triplets. Sounds like this. Triplet, triplet, triplet. Now it's going to start getting pretty fast to do triplets. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a pattern like... Yeah. And I'm going to do that with some slides. So here we go. That's starting to get kind of fast. And next thing would be 16th notes. I don't know if I want to even try that because that's pretty... That's going to be pretty fast. For slides, I would imagine you probably want to do slower tempos. All right, so that's how I would go about practicing slides with a metronome. You, of course, can choose, like I said, whatever scale you want, whatever string you want, and whatever tempo you want. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at how we might practice hammer-ons and pull-offs. I have my tempo set here, my metronome at 85. I just kind of randomly, but I wanted to pick something a little slower so we could do maybe some faster things. All right, so I'm going to do something in A major. So here I'm just gonna practice going from A to B using quarter notes. Really focusing on trying to be right on the beat. So I'm gonna close my eyes, listen. This is really a really good workout. You could practice doing basically eighth notes. So we did quarter notes. So now we're going to do eighth notes. Now this metronome here allows you to set it to, so you can hear eighth notes. You can go up the scale. If you have a good enough, and I'm basically practicing hammer-ons and pull-offs while I'm doing this, because I'm hammering down and then I'm pulling away, pulling off. The key thing with pull-offs, you want to make sure that you pull away loud enough so it doesn't. You don't want to just lift up your finger. You can't hear it very well. So yeah, when you pull down, you want to you pull off, you pull down and away, like basically like you're plucking the string with your finger. So I would practice quarter notes. Let's go ahead and let's try some triplets. The trick about triplets, if I could say that, is the first time you're going to do it, you're starting here, triplet. Then the second time you're going to start here, triplet. So every other beat, it changes where it starts, the pattern. One more time, it looks like this. And you can do that across all sets of strings. It's up to you what scale you want to practice. If it was me, every time I practice, I would do a different scale, do something kind of interesting and exotic, or just stick to major and minor. But that's how I would practice those. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some 16th notes. To me, these are easier, even though they're fast. They're easier because it's a set group. You're going like 1 E and 2 E, and every time you start the beat, you start on the same note. So I would sit there and practice this anywhere you want on the neck. Now you might be saying, well, that's pretty fast, and it is. Then just slow it down. This is 74. So that's basically how I would handle practicing hammer-ons and pull-offs while using a metronome. If you're wondering to yourself, what guitar are you playing? This guitar was built by one of my students. His name is Guy, and he hand-built this and sent it to me one Christmas for a Christmas present. And I was very grateful. It's a beautiful guitar. It is not a Paul Reed Smith, which is obviously the most common question. And so I just thought I'd mention that because I usually get a lot of comments on what is that guitar. Anyway, so if you like this daily guitar tip and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified when I come out with more lessons. And I will see you in the next lesson.